Welcome to the Sortex A Multivision Calibration Basic Operation Training video. The Sortex A Multivision Calibration machines are very versatile optical sorting machines which are used to sort a wide variety of products. The Sortex A machines come in different sizes and the configurations of the machine hardware can differ to match the sorting requirements. For example, using extra cameras in order to remove some difficult foreign material. The Sortex A Multivision Calibration machine can sort a variety of product based on the colour, material type and shape of the product being fed through the machine, separating bad material from the good material. The input product is delivered to hoppers at the top of the machine. There are vibrators and vibrator trays which deliver the product to the chutes. The vibrator control and amplitude are controlled via the machine's user interface. The chutes bring the product into the viewing area. There should be an even flow of product going down each chute. In the viewing area, cameras and lighting look for defects and ejection commands are sent to the pneumatic ejectors, which remove the defects from the product stream with a blast of pressurised air. Here are some slow motion shots of actual machine ejections. The receptacle at the bottom of the machine provides two takeoffs: the reject, which is pushed forward with the pneumatic blasts, and the accept, which continues to fall straight. Any items falling behind the receptacle will drop into a spillage takeoff from the machine. The receptacles are located at the front at the bottom of the machine. Each receptacle has a reject takeoff at the front, which is the product which is being fired at by the ejectors. The machine accept is at the back for products not hit with blasts from the pneumatic ejectors. There is a third takeoff from the machine, which is called spillage. This will be anything which falls behind the receptacle or anything which is removed from the viewing area via the wipers and brushes. The interfacing between the machine and the operator is via a touchscreen display called the Graphical User Interface, or GUI. This is the home screen of the Graphical User Interface. It details machine information with model number and serial number displayed. The current working mode is displayed here. The home screen displays the status of the machine, for example if it is idle, sorting or calibrating, and also remote connection status. The feed rate is displayed for each sort division. The split configuration of the machine is displayed here. The machine can be split into up to 3 sort divisions. Ejector rates are displayed for each sort division. Pressing this button will initiate a wipe of the machine. Pressing this button will open the calibration screen. The facilities menu can be accessed here and will give various options depending on the access level. This button will enable or disable the machine feed. The machine's fault status is displayed here. The green icon with a tick indicates no faults or warnings. This button is displaying which access level the operator is signed into. This button will display a help screen for any screen the operator has accessed. The machine will power up with the user interface home screen in monitor access level. From monitor level, you can enable and disable the machine feed. A wipe can be initiated when the button is pressed. Pneumatic pressure is applied to one end of the wiper cylinder, which sends the brush and wiper assembly across the glass and viewing area. The pressure is then applied to the other end of the cylinder to bring the assembly back to its original position. Selecting calibration on the home screen will take the user into the calibration screen. Pressing start on the calibration screen with the feed enabled will initiate the machine's calibration routine. Calibration routine is an automatic process and on completion the status bar will change to Calibration Complete. Calibration routines will also automatically be initiated periodically by either machine tracking software or timed intervals. To return to the home screen, press the Home icon. The machine feed can be displayed by pressing the feed icon. If the feed is not running, the feed icon will change to a red cross. To make adjustments to the machine, operators should sign in at a higher access level. Select the access icon. Select which level of control is required for the task. Enter the password for the selected level. Return to the home screen. The access level icon displays what the current access of the machine is. In this example, 2 green bars means that the machine is in operator access level. 3 green bars means supervisor level, 4 green bars means engineer level, and 5 green bars means advanced engineer level. By going higher with the access level, the facilities available to the operator will increase. There are fast tabs across the top of the GUI to quickly take operators into regularly used screens. To change the working mode, select the current mode on the home screen. Select the required mode from the list and select Recall. A window will appear warning that the working mode has been modified. Continuing will lose the current working mode settings. Do you want to continue? If there have been no significant changes which will require saving on the current mode, then select Yes. A window will appear warning that recalling the mode will require a calibration. Select Yes to continue. The working mode will change to the recalled mode with all the sorting parameters specific to the product. Return to the home screen. You can see that a fault or warning has become active on the machine. Selecting the icon will bring up the machine status screen and the fault or warning is displayed. The faults and warnings can be selected and expanded to give more details. In this example, the only warning is that a calibration is required. This is not classed as a machine fault. This can be seen because the fault lamp is not illuminated. If calibration is the only warning, enabling the feed in the home screen will automatically initiate calibration. The running status will change to Calibrating. On completion of the calibration routine, the running status will change from Calibrating to Sorting. The fault status will be a green icon with a tick. If there is a true fault on the machine, the fault warning status icon will indicate by turning red with an exclamation mark, and the fault lamp will illuminate blue. Select and expand to find the cause of the fault. In this case, the air pressure to the machine has gone too low. Returning air pressure to the machine has cleared the fault. The fault lamp is off, and the fault warning status has changed to the green icon. Sorting can be adjusted by adjusting sensitivities. Selecting the sensitivity tab will bring up the sensitivity screen. There will be a sensitivity screen for each sort division. Each sort division can be selected here. There will be sensitivity adjustments for each camera position for each sort division. Each column will represent a different defect to be removed. The name of the defect will be at the top of the column. Below, there is a toggle for enabling and disabling the relevant defect. Below Enable Disable is the sensitivity value for the defect. For the example of dark defects, decreasing the sensitivity will cause the machine to only fire at the darkest defects. This will reduce the number of ejections, but the accept quality will reduce. Increasing the sensitivity will remove the less dark colours. This will increase the ejector rate and should improve the accept quality. It may also eject more good product. The sensitivity level for each defect should be balanced by the operator. Below the sensitivity, there are ejector rates for each defect. The numbers represent eject commands and not total objects ejected. These ejector rates can be used to manage the sensitivity levels. For example, if a defect ejector rate seems high, reduce the sensitivity of that defect. The refresh period sets the sampling frequency of the ejections. Reducing the refresh period will allow faster responses to changes of sensitivity levels. Increasing refresh period will provide more accurate ejection statistics over a longer period of time. To adjust sensitivity, select the required defect sensitivity. Adjust the sensitivity using the arrows at the top. The single arrows will adjust the sensitivity by 1, the double arrows will adjust the sensitivity in steps of 10. By reducing the sensitivity, the ejector rate should reduce. Increasing the sensitivity should increase the ejector rates. To disable a defect, select the toggle to become a red block with a cross. If there is shape sorting available on the machine, there will be a Shape Sensitivity tab. Selecting the Shape Sensitivity tab will bring up the Shape Sensitivity screen. There can be shape sensitivity adjustments for each sort division and each view. Each column represents a shape defect definition, for example, oversize, undersize or stick-shaped. The upper and lower shape constraint limits will vary depending on the size, shape and type of defect. The units will also be dependent on defect type. The shape sensitivity is controlled by a sensitivity slider. Each shape defect definition can be individually enabled or disabled. Activity gives ejector rates for each shape defect. Enable a shape defect by toggling it to a green tick. Moving the sensitivity slider up will increase ejections for that shape defect. Moving the sensitivity slider down will reduce the ejections for that defect type. Selecting the Ejector Rates tab will bring up the Ejector Rates screen. The Ejector Rates screen will show ejection statistics across the machine. Screens can be accessed via the Facilities menu. Selecting the Facilities menu will give the options. Statistics give ejector rates, the same as selecting the Ejector Rates tab. Sorting gives sensitivity, the same as selecting the Sensitivity tab. Product modes will bring up the Product Mode screen the same as selecting the current mode. Shape sorting shape sensitivity is the same as selecting the shape sensitivity screen from the Fast tab. Selecting shape statistics will bring up a screen displaying shape ejection statistics. Selecting the Feed Override screen from the Facilities menu gives options to continue to feed product during fault conditions or active hopper interlocks. This is done by overrides and will be used to empty the machine of product. The calibration screen can be selected by pressing Calibrate on the home screen or selecting Facilities and Calibration. Selecting Wiper Test from the Facilities menu will open the Wiper Test screen. Pressing Start Wiper Test on this screen will initiate the wipe, and Wiper Test will be described on screen. On completion, this will indicate Wiper Test passed. There is a help screen available giving help information for any displayed screens. Simply press the help button in any screen. To adjust machine throughputs, select the required feed rate. If you move the slider upwards, it will increase the feed rate. This will increase the vibrator amplitude and product will move faster across the vibrator trays. This will provide a higher coverage of product on the chutes. Samples of the sort can be removed by operators by opening sample doors and removing samples of accept from the back part of the receptacle and reject from the front part of the receptacle. It is important when sampling not to reach up into the viewing area of the machine or reach down into the takeoff, as mechanical parts can cause injury. For more information on the basic operation of the machine, please refer to the Sortex Operator's Guide. Thank you for listening.